Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be fixing this airless paint sprayer. The customer got it for free, wanted me to check it out before I try to start it or anything. So let's walk it through. This might be a long one. We got a lot of stuff to do on it. I'm going to show you everything that I think needs to be done. And tell you right off the bat, first things first, we're going to have to clean this. So let me show you what it's all about, what's going on. Okay guys, so it is plumb dirty. Let's check the oil. And it looks like it has very low oil. Very low oil. Okay, this is a Honda engine. GM Max 7900 cam drive airless paint sprayer. Oh boy. This almost looks like vandalism because there's like twigs and rocks in there that shouldn't be in a gas tank. So we're gonna have to take that out. I'll show you that when we actually take out the gas tank. Check out this air filter. Oh, the air filter doesn't look that bad. Crumbling a little bit. I'll put a different one on. Yeah, that's crumbling all the way. Okay, so we'll put that back on. And I think pretty much what we're gonna do is we're gonna just check every single thing about it out. We're gonna check the valves, we're gonna clean it up. And we'll get this thing running. Put a new spark plug in and everything. So if you guys want to jump to anywhere in the video that you're interested in watching, there will be timestamps in the description below. So if you guys just want to see me fix the carburetor, or you guys just want to see me change the oil on one of these Honda engines, they're pretty common Honda engines. Check the description below for timestamps, and let's get this thing outside and get it cleaned. Okay guys, so here we are. Outside. We're gonna get this thing pretty clean. This is a trick I learned from Donnie Boy, putting degreaser inside a sprayer so we don't have to sit there with the spray can. Now we're just gonna completely coat this thing. It's not gonna hurt nothing if you watch what you're doing, but if you haven't cleaned an engine before, I don't recommend it. You know, just put it on the places that you actually need to clean. We'll just saturate this thing in degreaser. Try not to get it. Everything's still closed, you know, so I can't get nothing in the intake or anything. Okay guys, other than the paint that's on there and all the rust, this thing is looking sparkly clean. So that's a rust. That's a rust. I'll probably paint that muffler just to get it done with. Now we come back over here. Now you can actually see the on and off button words. You know, we got enough where we can clean it all up. Recoil's not as bad anymore. Okay guys, I think the next step will be taking off the carburetor. Cleaning that up, changing the spark plug, taking off the gas tank, and just dismantling this thing. Okay guys, see you in a second. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to end up taking pretty much everything off. We're going to take the carburetor off. We're going to take the exhaust off. We're going to take the gas tank off. We're going to take the recoil off. We're going to start with the carburetor. There's two 10mm bolts or nuts right there. And we got a wing nut on top, which we already looked at the air filter. Another wing nut. Just eat that air filter. Now we're gonna pull the cover off. Oh wait, never mind. We got one more 10 on the top, holding the cover on. Pull the cover off. Now we'll slide that carburetor out a little bit. Oh no, that carburetor's stuck. Hang on, let me see if we can't get you in here so I can show you how to fix this. Give me 1 second. Okay, so right here, in order to get this off, we have to be able to make this throttle linkage go forward to get that off, but that's not moving at all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if the choke actuates. The choke does actuate, that's good. So now, we're going to spray a little bit of penetrating lube over that part. We're going to spray it in there on the carburetor. That means when we first start it'll smoke a little bit. Now we're going to take some carburetor cleaner and we're going to try to blow off all the dirt and debris from whatever is holding that back, old dried up gas. Let's see if we can move it a little bit now. Of course, still nothing. Okay. You can see that thing not, well, there it goes, there it goes. We're going back the other way. There we go. And back this way. And then we're stopping right there. Back this way. Let's work it. Let's work it in. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to remove the fuel line. There we go. Now let's see what we can do with this. You see how it's... Let's see if we can... Oh, there we go. We got it off. Okay. Now let's look at that. Now it opens. Something in there was not working. Okay, so let's get back to the full view. We got the carburetor off. Okay guys, let's get this recoil off and this gas tank. $10mm bolts. 1, 2, 3. Now the recoil still good, but I want to change that rope. I don't know when that rope's going to break. Okay, now the gas tank. Got one there, 10mm. There's the spark plug coil. Another 10 there. Okay, now come around here. Two 10mm nuts here. Yeah, these are super painted. This thing has been through the ringer. Let me tell you, this paint makes it very hard to remove nuts and bolts. Well, I can tell you this thing has got some use, so that's good. Okay, this 10mm nuts down here, use a wrench. I don't have access normally to get a socket in there. They don't make these Hondas very easy. Disassemble. And especially since this thing's old, it's been hot, it's been cold, it's had paint, it's had dirt, it's had oil, it's had gas, and every orifice. Makes stuff a little hard to get out and break free. There we go. Now in here, he's got this fuel line, which will pull right out. There's the gas tank. Oh geez, you hear that? We'll find out what's in there here in a second. Let's get over here to removing the muffler. Don't want to grind that up and paint it, and I also want to remove the head. Clean off all the carbon. $13mm bolt. 1, 2, that should remove the muffler. Okay, so there it is. I might not remove the head. We're going to see if it'll run without it. But as you can see in here, it's really nasty, so I'll take it outside. It won't show it, but I'll clean this all up and make it look pretty again and put a rag in here so nothing goes in there. We're going to be changing the oil and everything, so stay tuned and we'll come back and we'll get it all done. Okay guys, here's all the parts from the Honda GX160. We got the muffler, we got the recoil, we got the carburetor, we got the carburetor cover part, and we got the air filter cover, and then we got the gas tank. I think first thing we're going to start on is with this carburetor here. So we'll put it over here, get into position to work. We'll start with this because while it's doing the other stuff I can work on other things. So basic Honda carburetor, we got 10mm bolts. One there for the bowl. Oh geez, it's rusty. The ultrasonic cleaner should clean that out pretty good. Oh geez, okay. I think that keeper's gonna come out pretty well. There we go. At least the float and the needle came out pretty good. Now, what we're going to do to get this needle out is we're going to spray some penetrating lube in there while we take out the petcock. Jeez. We'll leave this open so we don't have to take it all the way apart. Take off the choke. Now we will remove the idle screw. Get this jet out right here. Just prise up. Now we'll reach in there with the flathead. Put pressure on while you're turning it. Oh, there it goes. It actually came up. Oh, it didn't break. Sometimes that brass breaks pretty easy. see if we can't get that emulsion tube out. Sometimes they don't want to cooperate. Yeah, we're gonna have to clean that with the cleaner and just get it in there with the wire brush. We'll get it clean. Let's take one last look. We can see it's stained. We can see it's rusty. Now what we'll do is we'll just put every part in the cleaner. And I'll catch you guys in the next part. Man, oh man, I gotta say this ultrasonic cleaner is doing the job that it needs to do. So we got the main body of the carburetor here. As you can see, no more stain. We got in here, no more rust. Choke lever, jets, idle screw, bottom plate, and keeper. The only thing that really doesn't clean up that well in the ultrasonic is these plastic floats. Not the greatest. Okay, I'm gonna blow this all off, put it back together, and then we're gonna focus on the recoil. Okay guys, like I said, this recoil is actually not bad, not broken or nothing, but I want to put a different rope on there. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pull the rope all the way out, and we're gonna jam it up. Just use a screwdriver. You see how thick and frayed this rope is? Oh boy, no. It'll probably work, but you know, why give it back to the customer and risk it coming all the way off, you know? So we'll remove that. Then from the handle, we just take it, slide it all the way out, and there we go. Now, the easy part. Just thread this back through. Super easy. In my opinion, removing the handle is the hardest part. Because sometimes these knots are so old and stuff, and my trick, always had heat. And then just tighten that up some more. Pull it tight. Keep it jammed up so we're not done. Yeah, like I said, some of these knots are so old, most of the time it's hard to get them out. So we're going to throw this in there. We're going to tie this once, tighten it. We're going to tie it twice. For handles, I always put a double knot in. Like I said, apply the heat. There we go. That should pull right in there. Nice and tight. Now all we do is release this, pull tension on the handle, let it slide back in. There we go, brand new rope on the starter. Now, while it's off, a good thing to do is just hit it with some penetrating oil. Just in everything that comes out actuates. Try to get it in these cracks here to get it to the spring back down there. This thing probably hasn't been oiled in forever, and the grease in it is, it probably, in reality, we should replace it, you know, because eventually it will bust. But I think it still has a few more years of life left in it. Yeah, that's spinning a lot better. Okay, let's get to this gas tank now. Now, like I said, I saw some stuff inside this tank here, which is stuff you normally shouldn't see, you know what, in a gas tank. Which makes me think, like, either someone did this on purpose to this machine, or as a little kid or what, but like in normal circumstances, I don't care how long, this thing could have been sitting out for 29 years. None of this stuff should have ever got in here. Maybe some dirt and rocks, but that's about it. I mean, not rocks, you know, just dirt. I don't know what's the rocks. Ready, guys? I don't think I've shown. I'm still gonna have to blow this out because there's still a lot of dirt and dust in it. But here we go, guys. Ready? Look at that. Look at this. Here's a big old rock. Like, no way could this rock ever get in here, ever. Someone had to have put this in there. Look at this. That, like these sticks and leaves, that had to be on purpose. Well, anyways, guys, I'm going to finish blowing out this gas tank, and I'm going to show you another thing we're going to do over here. Let me show you here. Okay, so now we got these parts right here. And they're just covered in paint, which, I mean, is not bad. We could give it back to them like that. But trick is, I have a blown Briggs engine, and the Briggs engine actually matched the Honda's identically, and the new air filter. So it's going to be a Honda Briggs hybrid now with all, you know. I asked the customer too, they said they don't mind, you know, as long as, they didn't even mind this, but I said, hey, I want it to look nice, you're going to resell it. So we're going to switch those out with these. Okay, so I'm going to finish cleaning up the gas tank, and then we're going to go back to the build and put it all back together and change the oil and see if the thing will fire. Okay guys, let's put this recoil back on and see if we have spark. That's a big thing from what I was told with these small engines. If you don't have spark, you don't run. Okay. This Honda was to have a spacer. Okay, 310 millimeters back on. Sounds like it has good compression. Okay, let's get over here. Spark plug tester from Harbor Freight. Okay, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this or not. It was on off, turn on. Okay, I'm not seeing nothing light up. There we go. So it does have low oil. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and change the spark plug. Spark plug actually looks brand new. Let's see, moment of truth. Wow, it's actually not that bad. You know what? I don't think we need to change that. I think we're just going to leave that alone. Save the customer a few bucks. Looks like someone replaced it and then like Still don't know why it starts. Well, maybe there's rocks and sticks in your gas tank. That could explain why your machine wouldn't start. Okay, I think we're gonna start with putting the gas tank on first. So let's get over here. I'm right about here. As you can see, I started this in the daytime and now it's plumb nighttime. Okay. Got the gas tank right here. Oh, I forgot to put the fuel line on it. Thread the fuel line through here. This is always the hardest part. Just threading this fuel line in here. I think what I'll do is I'll come in from this side. There we go. Fuel line's on. Gas tank on. Now we'll tighten these nuts back on here. We're gonna try to use the impact, see how far we can get, and finish them with the wrench. Okay, that one's tight. That one's tight. Now to finish it over here, we have one going in right here. And one long one going in right here. Move the spark plug. And there we go. Okay, gentlemen and ladies, we are going to put back on the carburetor now. Okay. Okay, I think the spool line got tangled up. It's supposed to be under the spark plug wire. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so once the carburetor is sliding back on there, we're going to do the throttle linkage all the way over, down, and now the spring, now the fuel line. Okay, there's that. And now we'll put this gasket back on. And as you guys can see here, I'm pretty sure this breather tube on this Honda is cracked. But like I said, since we're putting on other parts for another machine, we got a break and strand breather tube, which which works just as well. So if you guys have an old Briggs & Stratton and you want to fix your good Honda up, as I was saying, I don't know who copied who, but Briggs & Stratton parts and Honda parts are on these 5 horsepower engines, the 5 horsepower GX160 and the Briggs 160cc. All the parts are completely interchangeable. Carburetor, breather tube, filter cover, everything. So I hope my neighbor blaring country music doesn't come through on this video, because I do not want to get it copyrighted. I just started. So I hopefully you guys can't hear that. There's that on there. Oh geez, I can hear it, but I don't know if you guys can hear it. Let's hope not. I feel bad for y'all. Okay. So we got that on there. And then we got one more up here. And that's all working. Okay, we'll put an air filter on there. Oh, give me 1 second. Forgot the little piece instead of the wing nut. That's one thing. I wonder if this Honda came with those wing nuts stock or after. But these all were on that Briggs & Stratton that blown, so might as well put them on there. Okay, so there's all that. We got one last thing to do. So now we got those wing nuts as extra parts, because I'm not going to put them back on because it looks nicer with that. So now the last thing we're going to do is put the exhaust back on for the reassemble. Now I painted it with that high heat barbecue paint. Now I don't know if you guys want to see, as you can see I put a little paint on the gas tank too to make it, you know, not as ugly. If you guys want to see sanding and painting, let me know in the comments, because I don't know. Some people like it, some people find it boring. I just don't know about you guys. So let me know what you think if you guys want to see me paint. I'm not the greatest painter, but as I practice I'll get better. I know everything there is to know about these engines though. Exhaust back on. And look at that, it already looks so much better. So much clean. Look at that. So now let's change this oil and put some in before we start it. Don't want to blow this thing. Let's see if we can't lower you down. Okay. Got a little catch container. So we can actually see the oil and what it looks like. Just a little wrench up here at the top. I know you guys can't see it. Oh boy, I think this Honda is going to end up using the 10mm, yeah. That's the 10mm drain plug. Okay, let's see if you guys can see this. Let me start the draining process here. Oh, drop the plug in there. That's fine, we'll get a magnet and get it out. So we'll let this drain out here. see how much oil was actually in it, and then put some fresh oil. It actually doesn't look that bad coming out. And we'll inspect the oil and throw some more in it. Okay, here's the oil. Looks like Coca-Cola. So it's good to change it. Today we're using Im's oil, 10W30 small engine oil, preloaded into these 4-ounce ketchup bottles. Now we'll come over here and we'll raise up. There we go. We'll start putting fresh oil in there. This is why I like these, because with the funnel, it's hard to get in this exact location. But this way we get a nice fill. Sounds like the country music finally stopped. Maybe they went to bed. Yeehaw, they were having a honky tonk across the street while I'm trying to film. You know what? That's okay. That's their right. Okay, guys, almost time for the moment of truth here. And just till the thread's there. There we go. She has oil. Okay, let me get a bucket of water and everything just in case I don't want this thing to blow up if it runs. So if it starts spraying, you know we're good. Let's check it out. Okay guys, moment of truth here. Turn on the gas, see if we see anything leaking. Use the choke hold. Let's wait a second, make sure everything's flowing in there. Should be flowing in fine. I got a bucket of water here. That's the main thing, so if it sucks up and it starts working, it's not going to blow the motor, because you never want to run a pump dry. So far so good, no leaks. Let's actually see if we got fuel in the carburetor. Make sure we clean up that line right. Yeah, there we go, we're dripping. Seal that up nice and tight. Okie dokie. Choke's on. Throttle's in mid. Switch on. runs. It actually started up one pole too. I wanted to make sure everything's working before I took the choke off. But the only problem now is that the actual pump is not sucking up or doing anything. So I'm going to look into that. And I don't know if I'm going to film it or not, but I think I will. Okay, we've got to figure out why this pump isn't pumping. But there's how to fix a Honda 160 engine. So if that's all you guys came to do is figure out how to fix one of these, there it is. Thank you. If you guys want to continue and see this thing finally actually do what it's supposed to do, stay tuned, keep watching. We're going to switch over. Hey guys, so I took the hose off here, and we can see that there's all sorts of shit in here. So I'm going to see if this can't unscrew. And we're going to actually, you know what? First things first, we'll do is we'll just I think I pulled out a lot of stuff. So what I'll do is I'll just put the bucket of water in there and see if it sprays that way. So let's see if that happens. Okay guys, as you can see, I just got the bucket of water inside there with no hose. So we're gonna see if that sprays after we clean out that shit. Switch that was made for it even works. So there it is, guys. I think it just had a clog there at the bottom. So I appreciate you guys for watching this. Thank you for staying with me, to fix this. If you guys want to see anything else, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to help. Maybe I can get your engine that you're looking for, or even someone might bring it in. I have a lot of engines here. Okay, guys. Till the next time, I'll see you later.